My name is Debbie Williams, and I am a board certified nutritionist who specializes and focus on gut health, kidney health, liver health, skin health, and hair health. And why all of those is because this is where most of us are having our problems in any one of those that I just mentioned. And as a nutritionist, I'm able to touch and tap into every last one of those because at the end of the day, our gut, our skin, our liver, our kidney, our hair, they all survive based off of nutrition. So my journey started over 20 some odd years ago. I started out as a hairstylist, struggling to help people figure out why they were having hair loss. And because I would send my clients to their doctors or to a dermatologist to try to help with the bald spots, and they would come back and say the doctor took blood and said nothing was wrong with me, it upset me because I'm very analytical. And I knew even 20 some odd years ago, before I became a holistic practitioner, that the body was talking to you when I saw the hair loss or the skin problems or the scalp problems. So my journey led me to give them the answer. It led me down trichology, which is the study of hair and scalp disorders. That wasn't enough for me because it wasn't answering my why. Like if someone had psoriasis and I would go, well, why does the person have psoriasis? The answer would come back and say, possibly genetics. That wasn't enough for me because I'm going, yeah, it's deeper than genetics. And so then my journey led me to think that I wanted to become a medical doctor. But in that journey, that's when I learned that our medical doctors are really treating symptoms, not getting to the root cause. I want to be able to treat the root cause. So that's when I realized that wasn't for me. And then my journey led me down holistic and the naturopathic way. And that's where I learned that food is medicine and that nutrition is the key and the focus. And I also learned that because nutrition is the key and focus, that's not what everyone is focusing on. And so my thing was to bring awareness to us that in order to be healthy, it starts with what we put into our mouths. What we put into our mouths makes up the difference of our life, our mind, our body, our soul, and all of that. So that's my journey on how I became a board certified nutritionist and in this space. When I think of elevating, I think of an elevator because it goes up. I'm originally from New York in the Bronx, lived on the 32nd floor, so I know elevation every day. But elevation means when you are taking your mind, your body, and everything else up to the next level. So for me, being a nutritionist, my goal is to elevate others, to take them up to the next level, to understand your health, to understand the whys, because that's mostly the question. Everyone to know, why am I sick? Why do I have high blood pressure? Why do I have diabetes? Why did I get cancer? Why do I have fibroids? Why do I have hormone issues? So in elevation, I'm going to elevate you to the next level where now we're going to answer your why. I use my gifts to elevate my community by coming live and making my announcement known. Hello, I'm here. So as a matter of fact, let me explain. I've been on the social media platform for over a decade. So, social media is getting bigger and bigger, and nowadays it's like everybody is on it. But I was actually on the platforms, especially YouTube, 10, maybe 15 years ago, before it became this phenomenon today. And I used it as a voice for myself to share awareness. For instance, it started out, and that was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I did a video to help people understand that nutrition plays a key role in hair loss and hair growth. And I did a video talking about rice water. When I did that video, I guess it's maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, I went on, and at that time I was rocking a short pixie cut, and I was like, let me tell you how to grow your hair. You're going to take some rice, you're going to ferment it overnight, and then from that fermentation, you're going to put it in your hair, you sprayed it, and I explained what the fermentation was about. When you ferment rice, it's pulling out minerals. Again, going back to nutrition. It's pulling out magnesium, potassium, iron, copper, zinc, all of the things that hair needs to thrive and grow. Well, that video to date has over 8 million views. And that video set the stage for many brands to come out with their own rice water shampoos, rice water conditioners, rice water supplements. I mean, if you just type it in Google rice water, you will see all the major hair care brands in the beauty industry have some kind of rice water product because I feel like the video that I did set the stage for it. Now, I didn't create the rice water, so I'm not going to pat myself on the back on that. It actually comes from Asia, and this is what Asian women did. But when I found it and discovered it, again, I used YouTube, that platform, to go on and say, hey, you guys who are having hair loss, you want to grow your hair? Here's a remedy. And I had some trolls in the beginning that was like, that sounds stupid. How could rice do this? But there were million others who've tried it and saw the benefit. So that's why I said today, major brands took that information and they ran with it. So I find myself as being somewhat of a trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm about bringing awareness, and I back up everything I say with science. The intersection between culture and spirituality, the piece of the puzzle that connects is God. Food is medicine, and God prepared our food for us from the medicine, our medicine from the food. Let me rephrase that. Everything that grows from the ground is what we need. So for an example, the body needs minerals to survive. The body cannot survive without minerals. Your body cannot produce minerals, but your body needs it. Minerals, what am I talking about? Magnesium, calcium, iron, copper, zinc, selenium, manganese, sulfur, potassium, phosphorus. These are the things that the body must have. The body can only get it from the ground because every plant that grows from the ground, whether it's a fruit or a vegetable, will have that sustenance in it. And so the connection there is that God provided it for us. He told us it was there. It's modern medicine or the modern world that have changed that because a lot of us are looking for an easy way. So all this processed food has come along, which is disturbing the body, the way that the body should react to pain and illness and healing and recovery. So the connection is man needs to go back to nature because the answer is right there from the ground. So I decided to develop a nutritional academy, one that it's classes helping you learn how to eat. Because one of the biggest questions that I would get from people all over the world is, I want to learn how to eat better. I want to do better, but I don't know what to do or how to do it. And I don't know what is good and what's not good. And for me, hearing that so much, and there was a need. And a lot of times in my videos, I get these comments where people are asking me, how do I get rid of my high blood pressure? How do I get rid of my gastro problems? And a lot of times I have to direct them because I'm holistic. I'm not a medical doctor. I have to say first, you might need to have a conversation with your doctor. I stay in my lane all day long. But my nutritional program is a step-by-step guide or system taking you from the beginning. So the beginning would, like for instance, the first module is introduction to food and health. So in that module, we're introducing you to food and helping you understand the connection to your health. And we're being very specific with very specific foods. And, in the whole nutritional academy, it's teaching you from the very basics and beginning of what you need to do, the foods you need to eat. It's giving you the why on why these foods are chosen. There's exercises that is involved in there because when you are transforming into this new lifestyle, exercise is a part of it. Mental health is also a part of it too. We even have a segment in there because you're forming new habits, and a habit starts from the brain first. So it is a course that's going to direct you straight from where you're at right now to possibly you may eventually have that conversation with your doctor where you may not need any more high blood pressure medicine. You may not need any medication at all. I've done it time again, over and over. I have thousands of people who have testimonials of where they're not taking medication. And the one closest to home is my mother, she's in her 80s. And for 30, 40 years, she was taking high blood pressure medicine. She had arthritis. She had all sorts of issues. She had asthma. At 82, she just turned 82. She takes no medication. There is no more arthritis. There is no sign of high blood pressure. It's so amazing that when she went to the doctor a few months ago for her eyes, the doctors, 3 or 4 of them came in because they was like, we don't understand. At your age, you take no medication. And my mother was sitting there, nope. And I was sitting there too. And she was looking at me because she wanted me to tell them who I was and what I do. And I was like, I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm not here to challenge these doctors today. But the point of it is, my nutritional academy is there to help those who want to learn how to transition their health and well-being. And not only do I have the nutritional academy, but I also have a hair care line, which I started over 10 years ago. It's longer than that because I really started it when I was still a hairstylist. I decided I wanted to find ways to help people grow their hair back. A lot of topical products, they have chemicals in it. Those chemicals are seeping into the body. And I know that food is medicine. So I made a plant-based hair care line, which one of my number one products is a coffee oil. Coffee stimulates blood flow. And what blood brings to the follicle are the nutrients that I explained to you in the very beginning. The body cannot live without nutrients, and neither can hair. Hair is a living cell inside of the body. This hair that we see and feel and touch is dead, but hair is a living cell within the body, and it needs nutrients. It feeds off of nutrients. So I developed a program to help people with their hair loss and hair growth internally, but I also developed an external product that also can help stimulate blood flow to the follicle from the outside. And then I developed a skincare line because people would always ask me about my skin. What do you do? And I was like, yeah, really nothing. But I do things with aloe vera. I'm plant-based in regards to the ingredients that I use. And so many people were asking that I thought, okay, there's a need for that too. So I developed a full line skincare plant-based line to help those understand that nutrients belong in our skincare and nutrients belong in our hair care also. And then because I'm also juicing all the time, I developed a juicing book. It's a Juicing 101 to help people learn, because everyone wants to learn how to juice, because juice is a very important part of your healing, I should say. Most of us are nutritionally deficient. If you're dealing with any kind of health issue, even if it's acne and different things, you're nutritionally deficient. And most of the time that nutritional deficiency is connected to gut health problems, and gut health problems is connected to hormonal problems, and all of these problems are connected to a liver that's struggling, and if you have a struggling liver, then it's connected to the kidneys. So all of these organs who play major roles in your daily function, they're struggling. Well, juicing, what I say it cuts out the middleman. Because remember, if the body is having all these issues, the stomach is not going to be able to produce hydrochloric acid to break down the foods. If the liver is overworked, it's not going to be able to pull out toxins and metabolize fats. And then the kidneys can't do its job. And all of the organs are struggling. If we juice, now it's going straight into the bloodstream. And it's that blood, your blood is like a transporter. It's going to transport all the nutrients from the juice you just took down to all your organs and glands. So I developed a recipe book to show you what juices, what foods, what produce you need for different parts of the body to help in the recovery and resetting process. What really inspires me after God First is hearing all of the testimonials, all of the letters that are written to me, all of the comments that are addressed on the different social media platform of how the things that I have said have helped them. And I always tell everybody, listen, don't take my word for it. Do research. I'm a researcher, and there's a lot of noise on the internet. There's a lot of garbage on the internet. There's a lot of things that people are saying that they don't even know. They can't even back it up. But anything that I say, I can back it up, not from just me, but from the science that's there, or from the testimonials, which to me is the best backup you have when you have a real life person telling you a real life situation that happened in their real life. This is Debbie Williams, and you are tuned in to Elevate.